Ladies and gentlemen, have you ever been disrespected? Of course you have. We all have. But let me ask you something deeper. When you were disrespected, did you react? Did you lash out, defend yourself, or try to prove a point? What if I told you that your reaction might have cost you your power? You see, the most dangerous person in the room is not the loudest. It's the quiet one. The one who doesn't flinch. The one who doesn't respond. The one who doesn't feel the need to prove themselves. Today, I will share why staying quiet after disrespect isn't just wise. It's a rule that will make you powerful. Stay with me till the end, because this isn't just advice. This is a strategy that will change your life. Silence is often misunderstood. In a world where noise is equated with power, where loud voices seem to dominate, silence can be mistaken for submission or weakness. But the truth is quite the opposite. The ability to stay quiet after being disrespected is a rare strength. It is a sign of deep inner power. Power that does not need external validation. True strength is not in proving your worth to those who question it, but in knowing your worth so deeply that you don't feel the need to respond at all. When someone disrespects you, their intention is often to provoke, to pull you into their level of chaos. The natural reaction for most people is to defend themselves, to explain, or to retaliate. But reacting immediately hands over your power. It shows that you are controlled by the words and actions of others. On the other hand, staying quiet demonstrates mastery over your emotions. It says, I am not moved by your opinion because I know who I am. That level of self-assurance is intimidating to those who rely on disrespect to feel significant. Silence reflects strength because it takes far more courage and discipline to withhold a reaction than to give one. Anyone can lash out in anger. It doesn't take wisdom to respond with insults. But it takes a powerful person to absorb disrespect without letting it shake their peace. When you stay quiet, you are essentially choosing yourself. You are choosing your peace over their chaos, your growth over their immaturity. In that moment, you prove to yourself and the world that you operate from a higher level of understanding. Moreover, silence after disrespect gives you control over the narrative. Once you react, the focus shifts from the person who disrespected you to how you responded. But when you remain calm, the spotlight stays on the disrespectful behavior. People begin to see the difference between the two of you. Your silence draws a clear line between your strength and their insecurity. It forces observers and even the person who disrespected you to reflect on the situation. Silence also allows time for clarity. Often, in the heat of the moment, we say things we later regret. Words spoken in anger can damage relationships, reputations, and opportunities. But silence creates space to process the situation, to respond, if necessary, on your own terms and timeline. It is in this stillness that your mind clears and your perspective sharpens. Lastly, silence after disrespect positions you as a leader. People are naturally drawn to those who maintain composure under pressure. The one who remains calm when provoked earns respect, even from their critics. In silence, you show that you are in control of your emotions, that you cannot be easily shaken. This quiet confidence is a magnet for influence, because people trust those who are stable, thoughtful, and disciplined. So remember, staying quiet after disrespect is not a sign of weakness. It's a powerful declaration that you control yourself and your destiny. When someone disrespects you, their words or actions often say more about them than about you. Disrespect is usually a reflection of insecurity, jealousy, or frustration within the person showing it. People who feel the need to belittle others are often trying to mask their own feelings of inadequacy. They want a reaction because it validates their attempt to control the situation. But when you stay quiet, you deny them that satisfaction. Your silence becomes a mirror, forcing them to confront their own insecurity. Disrespectful individuals thrive on attention. They seek to provoke because they believe that by pulling others into their drama, they gain significance. A reaction feeds their ego, but silence starves them. It leaves them alone with their own negativity. When you do not respond, you take away their power. Your quietness unsettles them because it doesn't follow the script they expected. They anticipated a reaction, an argument, a defense, or even anger. Instead, your silence forces them to sit with their own words and actions, highlighting the pettiness and insecurity behind them. Silence also exposes the lack of control the disrespectful have over themselves. Disrespect often comes from an emotional outburst, anger, envy, or bitterness. These emotions cause people to act without thinking, revealing their inner struggles. But when you remain silent, you show discipline and control. This contrast becomes obvious to everyone watching. It becomes clear who holds real power in the situation. The person who cannot control their tongue appears weak next to the one who chooses silence with dignity. Moreover, silence draws attention to the disrespectful person's behavior. When you don't engage, the focus remains solely on them. People begin to notice the true nature of their actions instead of being distracted by a heated exchange. Observers see the disrespect for what it is, an attempt to bring someone down. Your silence becomes a spotlight, revealing their insecurity in full view. The more they speak or act disrespectfully, the more they expose their own flaws. Additionally, staying quiet after disrespect allows the truth to surface naturally. Sometimes reacting immediately can cloud the truth, making it seem like both sides are at fault. But silence gives time for reflection. In that space, others begin to see the reality. The disrespect came unprovoked and was rooted in the insecurities of the person who delivered it. The person who remains calm and silent appears composed, confident, and strong, while the one who disrespects appears weak and uncertain. Ultimately, silence after disrespect is a powerful strategy. It is a quiet way of saying, I see you, but you do not affect me. It forces the disrespectful person to face themselves and exposes the insecurity that drove their actions. In a world where everyone is quick to defend and explain, silence stands out. It shows that you are secure in yourself, so secure that you don't need to respond to negativity. This kind of quiet confidence speaks louder than any words ever could. Not every battle is worth fighting. In life, you will encounter situations where people try to pull you into conflicts that are beneath your purpose. Disrespect, insults, and petty arguments are often distractions designed to drain your energy. The moment you respond to every provocation, you scatter your focus and deplete the energy that could have been invested in something far more meaningful. Silence in these moments becomes a strategic choice. It preserves your strength for the battles that truly matter, those that define your growth, purpose, and success. Energy is your most valuable resource. Where you invest it determines the trajectory of your life. Responding to disrespect may provide temporary satisfaction, but it comes at a cost. You spend your mental and emotional resources defending yourself against opinions that do not define you. This energy could be directed toward building your vision, honing your skills, or pursuing opportunities that elevate your life. When you remain silent, you protect this energy. You refuse to give away your power to distractions that hold no value in your long-term journey. Silence is a decision to stay focused. Those who achieve greatness understand that they cannot afford to engage in every disagreement. Their attention is sacred, reserved for goals that demand their full strength. Disrespect and negativity are inevitable, but reacting to them is optional. By staying quiet, you signal that your purpose is greater than any petty conflict. You rise above the noise, And in doing so, you remain aligned with your higher calling. Moreover, silence allows you to respond with intention rather than impulse. When you react in the heat of the moment, you often say or do things that drain your energy further, leading to regret and unnecessary consequences. But silence creates space. Space to think, reflect, and choose whether the situation even deserves your attention. In that pause, you regain clarity. You realize that most disrespect is not a real threat to your purpose, but merely a test of your discipline. Passing this test by staying silent keeps you on the path of your true battles, the ones worthy of your time and energy. Additionally, silence helps you maintain emotional balance. Emotional reactions, especially to negativity, consume mental bandwidth. They create internal turbulence that distracts from your goals. Silence, however, keeps you calm. It allows you to stay rooted in your vision, unaffected by the temporary noise around you. This calmness becomes your strength, enabling you to channel your energy into meaningful action instead of wasting it on proving yourself to those who do not matter. In essence, silence after disrespect is not about surrender, it's about strategy. It's the understanding that not every fight deserves a warrior's attention. By staying quiet, you protect your energy for the challenges that truly shape your destiny. You remain powerful, focused, and unstoppable because you have learned the art of choosing your battles wisely. Respect is not demanded, it is earned. Often, people believe that standing up for themselves in every situation, especially when disrespected, earns them respect. However, there is a deeper, more powerful approach: strategic silence. Choosing not to react when provoked shows a level of self-control and confidence that immediately commands respect. People are naturally drawn to those who carry themselves with calm assurance, especially when faced with negativity. The ability to remain composed when others expect you to break is a clear sign of strength. And strength, when combined with wisdom, earns lasting respect. Silence, when used strategically, demonstrates that you operate on a higher level. It shows that you do not feel the need to respond to every slight or insult because you know your worth. People respect those who do not scramble to prove themselves at every turn. In a world where most people react impulsively, silence stands out. It sends a message that you are in control, not just of your words, but of your emotions and actions. This self-mastery is admirable because it is rare. Moreover, strategic silence prevents you from being dragged into situations that diminish your dignity. Disrespectful people often attempt to provoke reactions to bring you down to their level. They thrive on conflict because it makes them feel significant. But when you refuse to engage, you deny them that satisfaction. Your silence becomes a quiet yet powerful response that says, I will not lower myself for anyone. This dignified restraint commands respect because it shows that your focus is on things greater than petty arguments. Silence also leaves space for others to reflect on their actions. When you do not respond, the disrespectful party is left to face the weight of their words alone. In many cases, they begin to recognize the pettiness of their behavior. Your silence forces them, and anyone observing, to see the contrast between your composure and their lack of control. This contrast earns you respect because it highlights your discipline and maturity. You become known as someone who is unshaken by negativity, someone whose presence speaks louder than words. Additionally, strategic silence positions you as a person of influence. Leaders, thinkers, and people of impact understand the value of choosing their words carefully. They know that silence can often speak more powerfully than speech. When you respond only when necessary and with intention, your words carry more weight. People listen more closely because they know you do not speak without reason. This careful use of speech and silence cultivates respect, as it shows that you do not waste energy on trivial matters. Finally, silence reflects inner confidence. It reveals that you are secure enough not to seek validation through confrontation, Those who feel the need to respond to every challenge often do so from a place of insecurity. But when you are sure of yourself, you do not feel pressure to explain or defend. Your silence becomes a powerful reminder that respect is not earned by loud reactions, but by quiet confidence and unwavering composure. Sometimes, the most powerful response to disrespect is no response at all. Silence is not just an act of restraint, it is an expression of trust. Trust in time, truth, and higher justice. When you stay quiet after being disrespected, you are not surrendering, you are stepping back and allowing the bigger picture to unfold. There are moments in life when reacting immediately clouds the truth, fuels further conflict, and disrupts your peace. But silence creates a space where clarity emerges and justice, whether through time or divine intervention, takes its rightful course. When you remain silent, you are essentially saying, I do not need to defend myself because the truth will defend me. Often disrespectful people rely on immediate reactions to justify their behavior. They want you to respond emotionally so they can shift the narrative. But when you stay quiet, you deny them that opportunity. Your silence keeps the focus on their actions and allows the truth to become clear without the confusion that arguments and defenses can create. Over time, people begin to see things as they truly are. And the one who remained calm is recognized as the one who was right. Silence also gives you the gift of perspective. In the heat of the moment, emotions run high. Reacting immediately often leads to saying things you might later regret, or taking actions that do not align with your values. But when you choose silence, you create room for reflection. You give yourself time to understand what really happened, why it happened, and how best to respond, if a response is needed at all. In this quiet space, you can see the situation more clearly, free from the fog of anger or pride. This clarity enables you to act with wisdom, not impulse. Moreover, silence allows divine justice to work. There are forces in life, whether you call it karma, divine order, or universal law, that ensure people face the consequences of their actions. When you try to take revenge or prove a point, you may interfere with this process. But when you step back and stay silent, you give space for these forces to operate. The truth has a way of surfacing, and those who act with disrespect will eventually face the outcomes of their behavior. Your silence becomes a testimony of faith. Faith that justice, in whatever form it takes, does not always require your involvement. Additionally, silence protects your peace. Disrespect can disrupt your inner balance, tempting you to step into negativity. But when you stay quiet, you guard your mind and spirit from unnecessary turmoil. This calm state allows you to focus on what truly matters in your life. Instead of wasting time and energy on temporary conflicts, you remain aligned with your higher purpose. Your silence becomes a sanctuary where you can think clearly, grow stronger, and move forward without the weight of bitterness. In the end, silence after disrespect is a powerful declaration. It says, I trust the process. I trust that clarity will come. I trust that justice. In conclusion, staying quiet after disrespect is not a sign of weakness. It is the ultimate display of strength, wisdom, and control. Silence reflects a deep understanding of your worth, showing that you do not need to lower yourself to prove anything to anyone. It exposes the insecurity of those who attempt to bring you down and preserves your precious energy for the battles that truly matter. Silence earns respect because it demonstrates maturity, composure, and the discipline to rise above pettiness. Most importantly, silence creates space for clarity and divine justice. It allows the truth to reveal itself in time without interference. By choosing not to react, you show that your peace cannot be disturbed by negativity, and that your purpose is far greater than any temporary insult. The world will always have voices that seek to distract and provoke you, but the powerful are those who remain unmoved, silent, and strategic. Let your silence speak louder than any words could. Let it declare your strength, command respect, and protect your destiny. Because in that quiet confidence lies the most powerful response of all, the unwavering knowledge that you are above the noise.